The most significant moment in my life is when I lost my dad to a heart attack. It was that moment that I transitioned from a child to an adult. At the age of 13, I was a pretty happy go lucky person. I didn't really see any evil in the world yet. And I know that may be hard to believe that a 13-year-old was still that sheltered, but I was. I had never gone through anything that had shaken my foundation before that moment. It was that moment that I realized that you can't take anything for granted. And you can't just assume that the worst won't happen to you because it can. People don't think that, tomorrow they're going to wake up and everything they thought to be solid is gone. It can happen. I had never imagined that one of my parents wouldn't be with me for at least the majority of my life. Um, it was from that moment that I can say I've drawn so much strength, so much motivation, because I want to be the person that I know he would have wanted me to be. So, after my dad passed away, learning to rebuild definitely is the most valuable lesson I've ever learned in my entire life. I learned how to pick myself up from the lowest I've ever been. And it's since that time that I've always been able to keep going. Any failure, it doesn't faze me because I know that I can do it and I know that I can pick myself back up. And that resiliency is what's kept me going in my education, and it's what fuels the fire within me to keep going in my education, to go to the most difficult school it is to get into that I could possibly get into. I want to challenge myself. I want to become the best version of myself. And that's a result of learning how to rebuild from complete destruction, learning to rebuild from a place where you don't think that you have a future. My most important achievement is co founding a foundation with my mom that will help families going through loss. I'm so proud of my mom for coming up with this idea because it is such a great representation of how my family has taken loss and turned it into something positive. This foundation is going to help so many people. And that's exactly what I want to do with my life. I want to help people. And I know that this foundation will do just that. And it's something that comes from such a personal place that I know it's going to help so many people. And I'm just very, very proud of my family for coming together and creating something like this.